Okay.
Let's give it some pizzazz, yeah?
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Enough pizzazz?
Yeah.
We're Becca and Zach, a couple who recently, after years of dreaming, bought ourselves a beautiful 40-foot Colvic Victor sailboat. Life is short and the world is wide, and there are so many lessons to be learned. Laughs shared, people met, adventures had, and nautical miles to be sailed. And this is our way of sharing it all with you. Welcome to the Tay-Lee. Bloody doing it! Today, it's super windy outside and the swell is big and we can't sail, so we've decided to bunker down and answer some of your most frequently asked questions. We've picked about 12?
Yeah, we're going to be answering all of our Patreon questions, so thank you for everyone who's contributed on there and who's helping support this journey. And then we've picked a few other random ones from Instagram and YouTube which caught our eye and thought were quite interesting questions. So without further ado,
let's get on to the questions. First question. What's your dream sailing destination?
that's difficult. I think I've got a few different ones that I'd really like to go. I think I would have said South Georgia a while ago, but I think I'm really looking forward to getting some warmer places like French Polynesia and some of the Pacific Island nations. But for those who don't know where South Georgia is right down by the Antarctic, and it's one of the last like great wildernesses, and it's got some incredible wildlife there. So I think we'd love to go there at one point when the boat's a bit more kitted out for really cold water sailing, and it's pretty big seas down there, so I think it's a long way off, but I'd love to go there at some point.
Yeah, it would be really cool. And I think mine, the place I really want to go is Bonaire. It's a little Caribbean island, and just heard really good things about it. It's like a diving mecca, and it just looks a lot of fun for people in their 20s. Yeah, I think that's my can't wait to get there, and then maybe while I'm there I'll come up with the next dream place. Okay, next question is, have you ever been scared while sailing? We've actually got a bit of a story for this one, but before we get onto the story, we really want to thank today's sponsor, which is Betterhelp.
As many of you guys would have seen through our previous videos, we've never had a sponsor before. It's taken quite a while for us to actually decide on a sponsor to have. We've been asked by a few other companies about potential sponsorships, and we haven't really felt any of them have been right, have we?
They haven't felt the right fit, and we only want to promote or tell you guys about things that we'd use or that we know you'd really benefit from, basically. We don't want to just, say yes to people just for the money. That's just not what we're about at all. So Betterhelp is the world leader in online therapy. You can chat to your therapist at any time of the day, anywhere in the world, which is incredible, especially for sailors who are always on the move and aren't in one place for more than, a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I know people who've gone a good distance to go and see therapists before and have had to travel a couple of hours by car to go and see a therapist, and if this service was available back then, it would have been really beneficial to those people who are having to go a long way to go to the right kind of therapist for them. But this service links you up with therapists all around the world. They've already helped around 3 million people get help. Yeah,
which is crazy, and it's affordable. It's about half the price of traditional therapy, and one of the biggest perks to BetterHelp is you can switch therapists infinite times for absolutely any reason, which I know from friends who have spoken to therapists before and haven't clicked with them. It's kind of put them off therapy, but with BetterHelp you can just literally keep switching until you find one you click with, and it's free to do that. You don't have to pay any extra to switch.
So unlike with normal therapy where you would just have maybe one session a week and then that'd be it and you come back a week later, BetterHelp's got a function where it allows you to chat and message the therapist throughout the week as well. So if you've got any questions or any issues you have throughout the week, you can actually ask them these questions in real time. Which
is so great. How lucky we are to be in a world where, we're so connected by the internet and people can better their mental health virtually. I think that's just incredible. If you want to check out BetterHelp, got a link in our description box. That's www.betterhelp.com/teulutribe. Do you want to get onto the story?
Yeah, so our story, which was,
It was a bit biting at points.
So we were just coming back from, where have we been? We've been to Corsan. So just around the corner from where we are right now, and we were coming back around Drake's Island, which is an island just to the south of the Plymouth Sound, and we were just about to lower our sails, put our engine on, when we went to turn the key for the engine and the ignition wouldn't start.
And can I just preface this, there was actually a big catamaran race, and they were about to start, so all the cats were doing their little kind of dances to get on the start line, and a little rib came up alongside us and said, look guys, head out the channel because we're about to start this race.
Yeah, we're going back in. There's a race, obviously all these boats got a race in a minute.
And we're like, okay, crap, let's whack the engine on, let's get out of here. and they hovered by the boat as well. We're going. Yeah, we're going.
We're good.
We turned the key. Nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Like the engine's not starting.
When the key didn't start, I took over the helm and Becca went running around down below switching over batteries because we thought it might be a flat battery.
So our batteries are flat and we can't start the engine, so this is just wonderful.
So Becca grabbed the bow thruster battery and moved it to the engine room, and these batteries are probably 20 kilos or so.
Yeah, really heavy.
Quite hard when it's like slightly choppy seas. Luckily the wind was quite consistent and good, and so I could just go backwards and forwards in the channel.
He was tacking and he was like, tack! And I was like holding the battery and just like sliding around the boat. It was scary. So I swapped the bow thruster battery to number 1 engine battery to try and give it a boost, and it just won't. So we're going to go back close to the marina and hopefully they're going to tow us in, but yeah.
We called up the marina, but they didn't have any staff that could help us out or get us back in or anything like that, so we had to come along one of the pontoons under sail, which was pretty terrifying. So what we did was we lowered our main, we pulled in our genoa, and we just had our mizzen sail up, and I was I helming for that? Yeah, I was helming for that. We had all of our fenders along our port side, and came up the pontoon, managed to turn the very last minute and kind of just drift onto it. Loosen it off a little bit, so don't do that all the way. I'm going to control most things this, alright? So loosen it off a long way.
All the way?
Yeah, like that, that's fine. I don't need much speed at all. Less than that. On the traveller system, take it back. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I need all the power out of that. I'm just going to go under the mizzen. Okay. I got all the power in the mizzen here.
You got this, Zach.
Tell me when you think I should turn.
Slowly start turning because we can... Oh, that's it, that's it. Okay, now just hover, okay? You're doing really well. Don't turn too soon, keep going straight, Zach. Really good. Really good, Zach. But the wind had picked up by that point as well, and it was really choppy. And were you scared?
Yeah, I was really nervous.
I was too.
It's a big boat to come alongside when you're under sail. I've done it with smaller dinghies and probably boats up to 10 foot maybe, but nothing this size or weight or anything like that. It was a nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah, it was just not ideal in the slightest. And we ended up tying up, it was all fine, luckily. Zach did a great job single-handed sailing on the helm while I was jumping off with the lines. Yeah, and when we got on to the shore, we just both took such a breath of relief.
Managed to get the engine started though, didn't we?
When you said, can the marina tow us in? And they were like, no, we don't have enough staff. And you were like, what do you mean they don't have enough staff? We have no engine.
That was like went well, but it could have gone wrong.
It could have. I was thinking we were going to have to like crash land on that beach.
Oh, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, I managed to start it, but because it was the live wire on the starter solenoid had slightly come loose. It was kind of like a bit bent anyway, but it's something that what prepares you for that in that situation, running around looking at the engine, looking at all the obvious things, to reach around the side and think, okay, well that cable is slightly loose, and the minute that cable was connected, the solenoid worked and we got it started. Hello! But then what happened when we got back to the berth?
We couldn't actually stop the engine.
So we got back to the berth, it's chucking it down with rain, engine's working, and now we can't turn it off. So one more thing today. Oh.
Which was another thing, so we ended up having to starve it of fuel. Oh yeah, is that going down? Which took about...
It took about half an hour. We've got a really, really efficient engine apparently, which is great.
The whole thing was shaking the whole boat when it was about to die, and then it would bring itself back to life and then shake and almost die and start again.
going to starve it of air, but at this point we were so emotionally drained. It was chucking it down with rain, and I just didn't want to just wrap something over the air intake. I was just happy to just turn the fuel switch. But honestly, yeah, that was a scary moment, and it just shows us that you do need to work on your mental health. You need to be as good a team player in that moment as you can be, because, you know, no one was going to come along and save our day that day, so we had to just save our own day.
What a day, Zach. What a day.
But yeah, that was our little scary moment, but all's well that ends well, eh?
Yeah, we held it together.
We did hold it together, just about. Okay, next question is, where's Planet Becca gone?
I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, we did make a YouTube community post, but I don't know how many people saw it. Basically, Planet Becca was a way of me chatting to the internet about my uni experience and my travelling and things about me. And then this guy came along, and this boat and all this lovely community that we've created here, and it wasn't about me anymore. It just was about this community and our plans and the future, and yeah, it was about all of us. So yeah, we decided to go away with Planet Becca and introduce Teulutribe. It just feels a lot more us. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
Well, it does feel more us, doesn't it?
Yeah. And Planet Becca and Zach didn't really have the same ring to it.
Or Zacka. Or
Back. I don't know.
Yeah, they wouldn't really done the job.
So yeah,
It took us a while to come to that name though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was a weird moment for me to, you know, change that, considering how long, I think it was like 5 or 6 years of it being Planet Becca. But yeah, it just feels really right. And if you see Teulutribe pop up and you're thinking, who the heck is that? It's us. We haven't gone anywhere. We've just got a bit of a different name.
Yeah.
And we hope you all like it. Anyway, let's move on to the reason you clicked on this video, and that is...
How much did our boat cost?
Woo! Spicy question.
So many people have asked this. So many.
Mm-hmm. It's not that we held off answering it, because a lot of the questions were, I've got this budget, can I buy a boat like yours? And I don't know, there's no boat like this. We've kind of mentioned in the boat tour that they're all outfitted differently. Wherever you are in the world, boats will be different prices. Depending on what you want from a boat, it will be a different price, depending on...
We've seen these ones range from, I don't know, all the way up to 60, right down to probably 30 odd for the ones that probably haven't really outfitted that well.
Yeah, and it's so specific to you on your, you know, your sailing desires or where you want to go. We kind of held off giving a price because it's kind of irrelevant at that point. But so, as so many of you have asked, we actually bought the boat for £38,000, and it was listed for more. We did get a good offer on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you know.
A lot of people have asked us as well, did we get a mortgage or a loan on this boat? And the answer is no, we didn't get a mortgage or loan on this boat.
Yeah, we just worked really hard.
I sold my soul for a little bit, I guess
Zach
you could
really
say.
sold his soul, working 60-hour nights weeks. Yeah, we worked really bloody hard. We did consider, at the beginning of the pandemic, getting a loan, just so we could, you know, speed up the process and not have to pay rent. But it just worked out. It was a bit too scary to do that.
Yeah, we didn't really want to commit to a mortgage, or we just wanted to buy it outright, and then we just knew it was ours and didn't have any, I don't know.
Yeah.
The loan or mortgage didn't really seem quite right for it. I think you can get marine mortgages for boats, but it's not really something that's done that much in the UK, so it just wasn't really a appealing thing to us, and we were...
Especially if you go through a broker, I think there's more payment plans, but we went private.
We were pretty lucky with the current living situation that we had at the time. We were living with some friends, so we were not in a massive rush to get out of there really quickly and move on to a boat, so we kind of had a good amount of time to kind of save up and figure out where we wanted to be and what we wanted to buy.
If it had gone for the original price, we wouldn't have been able to buy it.
Yeah.
So we're really grateful for the previous owner dipping the price a little bit to give us the opportunity to own this beautiful vessel. Next question is, and we actually had this twice I think, was how do you do your washing? Does the marina have facilities, or do you have a washing machine on board? Oh, we're really rolling. We hand wash quite a bit of stuff, and we've got some big buckets, and we've got one of these like washing ones from the States, and it works really well. And then we'll do a big wash every, I don't know, like a few weeks. We'll kind of just bundle up stuff.
Yeah, we've got enough clothes to kind of last for a couple of weeks until we'll do a big wash, then get away from doing all of that, chuck it all in a dryer or hang most of it up. But I guess when we're kind of underway and in warmer places, we'll be able to kind of just hang it up out there. It'll be a lot easier doing it in kind of places like that.
Yeah, because you don't really want to hang washing inside on boats, because there's enough condensation in the UK in a boat, so you kind of want to just have everything outside. But the marina does have facilities. They're kind of like big industrial machines.
Yeah.
They've got a hand washing sink, tumble dryers, and they've got an ironing board and an iron. Yeah, marinas are great places. Who knew?
But for people who don't know what a washing one looks like, it looks like this.
Yeah. Next question is, when you first met, did you always want to have a sailboat together?
No.
I don't think we even thought of it being a possibility, or probably we didn't even think it was possible, or...
No, I don't think that was really on our mind back then, was it?
We were just kind of getting through uni, thinking for today. Like, there was no kind of future thought at that point.
We probably didn't really think about it until, I don't know, what year would it have been?
I think we'd been dating like a year.
The end of your first year, maybe.
Yeah.
Around there. Maybe we were thinking a bit about it then. But we probably wasn't really properly until a year after that.
It was a pipe dream for a long time.
Yeah, it's probably 2 years after we met each other.
Yeah, I can't even remember what it was like. I think we just suddenly thought, well, why not? Let's just go for it.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and just like remember our thoughts from those times. Yeah, we didn't have that desire when we first met. I don't think we even had it individually.
No.
Or as a couple, we just, yeah. It's something that came along later.
Yeah, we just started browsing boats and looking at random ones for probably best part.
It was a pastime though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was a
best
fun
part of the
hobby.
year, just looking at like different boat interiors and like different specs and just everything, just constantly flicking through different things.
We were
and,
obsessed for quite a while.
yeah, finding different price ranges and looking at different like regions and how that affected the boat. Yeah, it's loads of different things.
Actually, saying about the price ranges quickly without going on too much of a tangent, we were initially looking for boats in double the price range we bought this one in, but when we really started looking, do you remember that? When we were like, yeah, we're gonna get this 50-foot boat for like 70 grand. We had no idea. We were just away with the fairies, and yeah, boats, obviously the bigger you get, the more marina fees are, the more maintenance there are. Everything is more. It's enough as it is, and we're so happy we didn't. Well, we couldn't have afforded it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
when we got realistic, it was like between 30 and 40 foot, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was the range,
we looked around some small ones, but we're really happy with the size we've gone for. Any bigger and it would be too expensive and too hard to moor and stuff, and any smaller
And maintain.
we would probably go crazy at each other.
Yeah.
So anyway, next one.
Do you have a plan on where you want to sail? So yeah, we've kind of got some plans lined up. You guys will find out about them very, very soon.
We've got to keep a bit vague for a few different reasons, just for a little bit of time.
Yeah, but it won't be that much longer. I imagine it'll probably be, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos after this. You guys will probably properly know what the plan is and what's happening and all of that kind of stuff, because there's a few things in the pipe works at the moment we're just waiting on and need to do before we actually have a solid plan. But we've kind of planned up until end of the year now. I guess we've kind of got a vague idea, and then going forwards we've kind of got a bit of an idea what we want to do after that. But
there's always a plan A and a plan B too, because with sailing, you're completely dependent on the wind and the weather. So
we do want to do a circumnavigation in the UK at some point, but that won't be this year.
We need some warmer weather.
Yeah.
We need some warmer weather first. But we'll leave it at that. We're not going to spoil too much. But yes, we have a rough plan.
It's soon for us, isn't it? But for you guys it'd be like a
little while off.
A little while off that.
Yeah. Next question, Zach. Is it expensive to own a boat?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. I think at the moment we're trying to do a lot to the boat because we're trying to upgrade things and fix things that haven't really been touched for quite a while. So we
years.
Yeah, we did all the skin fittings and seacocks quite recently, which you guys will see in a video or two when we get hauled out.
Yeah.
So we've literally just done that, finished that a couple of days ago, which was a big kind of, it wasn't super expensive, but it kind of all adds up, these things, because we had to anti-foul and loads of that. And then we also, we're replacing some of the rigging stuff, and it's just the general maintenance as well, and fixing it up and adding bits. I think adding things for us at the moment is the big thing, because this boat had enough to kind of do bigger sails, but not really safely. It didn't really have any.
You hit the nail on the head there.
Didn't have any EPIRB, didn't have a life raft, didn't have
fire extinguisher,
in-date fire extinguishers, didn't have a good VHF with
sealed gas locker.
like newer
DSC,
features that DSC radios need.
Yeah, that is 100% it. It just it could have done it, but whether it had been safely is a whole other matter.
Yeah, things would have broken. We've simplified a few systems, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it just kind of all adds up.
We also didn't have any tools when we got the boat. We had one drill and that was it. So we've had to buy a lot of tools. So if you have tools, maybe it'll be less expensive for you. But
I like to think it's been the most expensive part of it is, I know there'll be big one-off expenses here and there for things that need replacing and fixing, but now that we've kind of got all the tools and kind of done a lot of the kind of more important maintenance that we wanted to do, I think it's kind of the whole boat's getting there, isn't it?
But yeah, so owning a boat is expensive. Just to put it into perspective, one more thing is everything on a boat is about 4 or 5 times the price of it on land. Honestly, you could get a screw in Wicks for about, I don't know, like 10p. Pop in a chandlery, like £5 for the same screw.
Because everything's got to be, I guess, a better grade steel, but even if it's the same grade steel and in a boat shop compared to a normal shop, it's
so much more.
It's always going to be more. So
we're making it work. We're doing okay. She's still afloat, so that's great at this point. And last question, Zach. This is a bonus question.
Yeah.
Why won't Zach let you get a boat cat? Great question. I think that was Rachel.
Cats don't like water.
That is not the question. That's not the answer. We love a boat cat, we being the key word, but it's not the right time. We've got enough on our plates right now.
So if we had to leave the boat anywhere for any reason, to go back for any places, I think it would be an extra expense and
it's just too
hassle
tricky
to deal with a cat as well.
Maybe down the line.
Yeah.
I'd love a cat down the line.
Unless you'd be happy staying on the boat with the cat whilst I go and visit family back home.
Oh, don't give me that question, cat or family.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's a good time to end the video. But yeah, it's not a no. Not a no?
I don't know.
Zach!
Might be.
It wasn't a no before we filmed this video, but now it might be. But there we go. I hope you all enjoyed, and hopefully you now know a bit more about us, and make sure you check out the Betterhelp link in our description.
A lot more exciting things to come. I know we've been in the same place for a while now, but things are things are happening.
So anyway, we'll see you all again next week. Bye!
Bye guys.